Hello everyone. I heartily welcome you all for today's webinar that's on travel in cloud with 3D experience platform, the road to the future. Myself Ananteshwar, I am a CAD application engineer working with the logical solutions. Let us start with our today's agenda for the day. I hope it's all audible for you guys. If not, you can type in the chat box so that we will make a correction. Let us proceed without any further delay. The agenda for the day will be how we collaborate with our team, what mechanical industries are looking for, what are the common issues faced by the different levels in an organization peoples, how our proposed solution will help for these people, and some of the advantages of our platform. Finally, we will have a question and answer session. So, when you go back to the past, like 10 to 15 years before, we used to generally conduct a meeting via sending the information we used to use either by email or over a phone call or by verbal word of a mouth. So this all becomes now absolute. Now these are all a old age method. As things are evolving, internets have been dominating the industries. We have some of the apps which can be helpful for our meetings, conducting a meeting like Skype, Google Meet, and Team Meets. With this, we can do our meetings with the on the go. So the limitation is it is restricted to the IT sector. But why they have only limited source, like they will have a problem, they will discuss on the problem, and finally they will get for a conclusion. But as a mechanical guys, we are looking for more than these things, where we will be sharing the data. Like while discussing with projects, we have to carry out the things which will meet the deadlines of any project. We need some of the tools for sharing our ideas within the team as well as with other peoples. And we always working on the projects towards the deadline. We always have a review meeting, and along with that, we need on-time approvals of the project so that there won't be any delay. With the project working, there are certain revisions will come into the picture. So we have to control the revisions as well. We have to do review meetings so that our projects will work on the go. And we are looking for a proper communication within the department as well as with other departments. So finally, we are hoping for a one-stop collaboration solutions. So generally, any company or any organization will be having hierarchy level in this way. CEO, under him there will be a different managers. Under managers there will be engineers and subordinate peoples. Let us see what are the common issues faced by these people at the different levels. As a CEO, he will be always dependent on the another person, like a secretary, for getting the updated things, like what's happening in the organization, what will be the statistical data. As a manager level, he will be always finding some critical issues towards the working with the projects and to meet the deadlines. He wants to have some grip on that one for tracking purpose, and also he is looking for a good tool, good platform where he can communicate with the within the team members as well as with the outside team members. Coming to the designer part, even designer will be working throughout the day with the different projects. He will be having a number of revisions. He has to get approvals from the higher authority. There are certain cases where higher authority will be the out of station or he will be busy. In that particular time, the designer will find some lag for getting approval. So here, all the associated projects will get delayed just because of this time period. And also, he is looking for a proper communication platform where he can interact with his higher authority as well as subordinate and also stakeholders so that he can continue with his projects without any further delay. Can we get a one-stop solution for all these problems? If your answer is no, then you have to change your perspective because we have a solution that is 3D experience. Let us, okay, that was a good video which was showing how 3D experience platform will be helpful for our industries in day-to-day life. 3D Experience is a cloud-based platform where you can store and share your files very securely with the help of internet, and you can access these data with devices like mobile, laptop, or desktop. Now let us see how this platform will be helpful for top level management to overcome the solution, like what they are looking actually for organizing the work status and to have a glance on revenue part and in-time deliverables. Let me switch to the 3D experience platform. This is a 3D experience platform. As I said, it is a web-based, browser-based tool. You can access these things from anywhere, from any device. Starting with the dashboard with a higher level authority, I have a dashboard. Being a higher authority CEO, he will be always busy with his schedules, and he wants to have everything on the go. And he will open up his own website in here in the platform for having a glance what's happening in an organization. For example, a logical website where he will come to know what events are happening with what dates by surfing directly onto the page. Person will come to know what happening overall in the in-house or means in his organization. And also you can get the different type of charts where it is showcasing what will be the revenue of an product, how the sales are getting month wise, and the comparison between the different years. Like this, you will get a different charts, graphs. You can change these graphs as per your requirement just by clicking on the different styles. And being a CEO, he always intended to have more things to know. Somewhere he feels that his sales or his revenue part is not up to the mark. Somewhere he is unsatisfied. So what he makes while surfing through internet or new technologies, he finds that one of the article is very interesting. For example, here drone. Taking drone as an example, he gets very interested with the drone concept, and he will make some of the research regarding the drone concept. Okay. He will come to know that drone will be the boom in a market, and it has a very good future. So to get the latest updates regarding the new technology, what's happening in the market, he will get the field reader so that each and every tech updates will get automatically updated with the field reader. And your platform gives you a very effective tool like a communication part where swim community will come into a part where different levels of an organization like decision making authorities or everybody will be a part of a team, and whatever messages conveyed by the higher authority can be seen within the community. For example, here being a CEO, he will post this content like a drone content as he is very much interested in making the drones part. He will get some of the data from internet or any other source. He will post that one into his community. Just by having a glance on these images, he thinks that it can, whether it can be made in-house or it can be made any of the way. So he will share these ideas to the top level management by sharing this in community. This is a community, top level community, where he will transfer this image that becomes an idea. Later, he will publish into the community. Same thing will reflect at the different levels of an organization. Let us see how organization person, manager level, you can get this information. I'll switch to the manager's portfolio. This is a manager's portfolio where top level he is the member of a top level community. He gets the information whatever posted by the top level management. Now let us see some of the advantages related to the top level management. Some of the advantages for the top level management are they can have always track on the trending market, and there will be less miscommunication. That means they can avoid miscommunication within the team as well as with the other peoples, and there will be an effective collaboration within the team. So coming to the design manager's portfolio, how the platform will look like and how it will be benefited for design managers. Let us see design manager portfolio. Being a design manager, he gets notification from the top level management. He wants to change this idea into concept. So by clicking on this idea, he will make some of the research related to that particular concept, and he gathers some informations like concept preparation. He will make all the requirement data, whatever necessary for making this product, and he will post with the respective community like design. He will share with the design team. He will share this one by copying the link, and design team will be his subordinate peoples. He will give a title like making drone concept, and he will post the concept. Now, coming to the manager part, being a manager, he will be frequently working with a different tasks, and he wants to have a track on the particular task, whatever he is working with, and whatever the task he got, he has to assign to the one of the person in his team. So he will allocate each and everything in a systematic way. Let us see, using project planning app, he will create a some task. For example, he will assign meeting with concerned peoples, and he will say add. So this becomes a task now, and this task he can take that status from to do to in work, and he will start working on that by editing what should be the status. So there should be basic meeting, and further discussion has to be taken so that whatever the requirements is available for making the product, he will schedule the date and also times and necessary things, and he will save this part. Further, this will be notified by the designer as a subordinate. Let us see that same thing for designing of that particular product. Once meeting is completed, it will be assigned to a particular person like a designer. This part will be pop up or notified to the designer. He will start. Let us see how he will take over the project. Coming to the designer side, starting with the design team, his dashboard looks like this, where he will get a notification from his higher authority. This part uh, is not popping up. Yeah. Now, whatever higher authority has posted, those things will get highlighted in the design team as well, where when you log in as a designer. So, as a designer, he will come to know what has to be done with the concept, and he will also make some of the research regarding the concept. Going to the task manager, where higher authority like a manager will be assigned a different task to a different people. He will come to know what task has been assigned to him with the help of collaborative task. We will start with drone design. We will go to the designing of the product, and here he can edit. He will give some of the comments related to the task what got assigned. So task he will say it has been started, and then he will start with the working. So being a designer, he needs some of the design apps. We have some of the designing app which comes with the browser like Xshape and Xdesign. Let me refresh this page. This is a web-based application. You don't have to install any of the software, just like your traditional softwares, like whatever you use as a SolidWorks. You can work on this platform anywhere from any device, as it comes from the web-based browser-based tool. So being a designer, he will start working with the concept. He will make basic concept like designing the outer part of the drone, and finally, if he needs any changes, he will how he can review those things, and he will submit to the higher authority. Using this app, he will be working on this app. Using features, he will use all these features just like your regular desktop version. You can extrude, you can do revolve and other things. One of the great thing is here it is a collaborated with the cloud so that you can post any content at any sort of time, whether you are in office or you are out of station. Now using some of the tools after completing certain stage, you can post that particular drawings or design, whatever designer has made. You can share, he can share with the higher authority just by using Swim community. So it will now see the community will highlight so that you can choose on which community you have to post this one. I will use design team as a community, and I will provide this one title concept art is done, and need some if you want to give any description you can give. So need suggestion for this particular designs, he will provide some of the descriptions and he will post. After posting this one, this gets notified by the higher authority without having any phone call or mail or any other source, other mode of communication. Let us go back to design. Now under design manager portfolio, he can see whatever the designer has posted that particular model. Now he will work with the model. He will review the model by using 3D Play, where he can review that particular model. You can just directly drag and drop this particular content on the 3D Play so that it will open the content. This is also comes with a browser, so you don't have to install any third-party softwares. It's just like your e-drawings, where you can preview all your models, assemblies, and anything, any of the products. How it has to be carried out. You can manager can notify by using markup tool. So, as a manager, he will review this particular product and he will give certain suggestions like to change all these sharp corners. He will use annotations and markup tool, and he will give text like remove sharp corners. and you will say okay. This will be directly he can post with the particular person. He will share with the particular designer, publish with the 3D using a tool called publish with the 3D swing, where you can directly interact with your designer as well as your stakeholders. So here I will select the particular person name instead of community. I will go with the person. So I will give some name like need modifications, and the description is optional. You can provide. This will be posted now to that particular person directly. Let us see how the designer will work with the next task. So as a designer in his communication swing community, things will be highlighted. Since it is a conversation, under conversation, he will get the particular post. So this post has been he got the post and it is stating that remove the sharp corners. So again, being a designer, he will go with the now apart from sharing the post, the particular person can make a conversation with chattings or over a audio call or with a video call, and also he can share his screen with the customers as well as stakeholders. Now, being a designer, he will start working with the changes which is recommended by the manager. Now, he will open that particular part with SolidWorks Connected. SolidWorks, let us jump to the SolidWorks Connected. SolidWorks Connected is also just like your desktop SolidWorks. Here, one of the advantages is you can collaborate with the team and you can share the data and you can save the data securely. Let me open once again. Now the file has been opened in the SolidWorks Connected. Here, as a designer, you will start working with the sketch. He will resolve the part like whatever suggested by the manager. He will make some of the modifications like he will do fillets for all the sharp corners, and after once he done with the things, he will intimate to the higher authority. So let us see how it will be extra benefited from your regular desktop version. Here, a person can save this part through cloud. He can save and he can give the revision names, and also he will be having an added advantage that he can reserve this part. He can block this particular product so that his colleagues cannot modify anything unless he has done with the projects. So this kind of security you can see in SolidWorks product. There is also a revision. Whenever you do certain changes, it gets automatically revised. Let us see how drawings also can be done. You can make drawings from the part just like your regular SolidWorks. You can choose the page size and say OK. From view palette, you just drag and drop the particular views and drawings will be generated. I will use one more, say OK, and I will go for automatic dimensioning. let me arrange these things in a proper way. Say okay, and you can do all other changes as per your requirement, which is required for the manufacturing part. And you can save these things on a cloud, or also you can save these things in your local disk as well. There are two options: either you can save in a cloud or you can save in a local drive. So further, let it save. Further, the designer will intimate to his design higher authority regarding the project. Under community tab, he will personally he will say that the project has been done, product changes has been made. So once the information goes to higher authority, he will cross verify that particular part. Under Swift community, he will come to know that under conversation, the person has given that product changes has been made. So he will use that 3D play to review this particular part. Just like your e-drawings, 3D play will help you for reviewing all the kind of models. Apart from 3D models and drawings, you can also view images, PDF files, and other documents. So like this, you can collaborate with the team, and same way how you can collaborate with other inter-departments. Let us go with the inter-department portfolio. Before that, let me see some of the advantages of this particular portfolio. Being a design manager, he can conveniently and effectively collaborate within the team. He can have tracking on the projects. He can assign to a particular person in the team. It is very easy to track the project, what the process is, what is the progression of the project. And same way, for the design team, he can finish the assigned task without delay and without diverting from his main project. He can work on the concerned project. He will get a frequent approval from the higher authority, and he has a very good tool for communication within the team as well as with the stakeholders. Same way, uh, let's see how the platform will be effective and beneficial for other departments. Being other department people, they get intimation from the design team, like working on the products what they have given. So here they will get a task like a manufacturing part. They will take this from to-do state to in-work state, and they will edit like projects, sorry, manufacturing part. They will start procurement process. Whatever can be done in-house, they will do in-house, and they will start with this part and close. Once this is done, they will intimate within the team under community tab. They will post the same like a drone. So he will get information from the design department, and he will preview the particular part like a drone, whether it can be can be designed, can be produced within the organization or not. Let us use a 3D plate. This will be an added advantages for inter department where they won't be dependent on any of the softwares, since they are not a they are not a handful useful user for 3D softwares like a softwares like SolidWorks. This will becomes a very handy for them. Once again, I will drag and you will have a 3D play with a 3D experience platform. Either you can drag and drop or double click on the particular product so that it will open in a 3D play. As I mentioned earlier, you can preview with the solid models or also you can open any picture and PDF files. So in this way, other department peoples will come to know what is the product exactly looks like, whether it can be manufactured in-house or not. So using these tools, it will be very convenient for the peoples to decide whether the product has been can be manufactured in-house or not. So they will post that within the community, and finally they will get back to the conclusion that these products can be this product can be prepared within house. So in this way, there will be a closed loop within the organization from starting from the top level to manager levels and also stakeholders. And from the production team, this has been posted. Let us see how this will be reflecting in the top level. In the top level, yeah. Now you can see this particular status, what production team has been updated in the swim community. So this will come to know for the top level. Also, you will get a notification from each and every process. So in this way, this platform will be very helpful for each and every person in an organization. It is not limited to the design. It is overall for each and every department like production, quality, and as well as design, and also top higher authority. Now let us see some of the advantages related to this platform. They can share the data very effective way without any data loss. There will be a effective collaboration with the inter-department and also within the department, and there will be a very important thing that the work will be very transparent. Each and every person from the other department will come to know what is the progress of the particular project and what's happening associated with the project. Now, as I said, 3D experience is a cluster of different tools. It is not only limited to the design, it is also associated with the other departments. We have collaborated, design has been collaborated with the SolidWorks and CATIA tool, and it is an industry leading tool softwares. And also for analysis part, we have a Simulia. For manufacturing part, we have Delmia Works, and to manage and plan everything, we have Desert Enovia. 3D experience works. Few more added advantages related to these things are we have industry leading 3D softwares. It is a web-based CAD softwares you can get so that there won't be any hindrance for your designing. You can design at any time with the help of internet connectivity. Very easy to use. You can safely and securely store your data in a cloud and you can access from anywhere. Collaboration with the team will be very effective and efficient way with your customers, within your team members, and also with your stakeholders. Utilizing your mobiles and laptop will be a convenient way where your data will be used very frequently and very effective way. You will get an automatic pushed update, so you don't have to rely on any third party softwares like messaging apps. Now it's a time to change as the world is getting digitalized. Why not our industries? We have digital payments gateway like PhonePe and Google Pay. Even our currencies are getting digitalized. So now is the time to change yourself. Uh, Thank you guys. If
So these are our web page, website pages. You can connect through these web page links from YouTube or Facebook or Twitter or LinkedIn. And we are also planning for one more webinar in 23rd. This is purely for SolidWorks, how SolidWorks will connect with the cloud and how we can easily operate from our existing SolidWorks to the cloud or SolidWorks Connected. So we'll share the registration link in short. Please attend that webinar also. Thank you for attending. Thank you for your participation in this webinar. If you have any other few more questions, you can always call us. You can always send an email to support@logicalsolutions.in. Thank you.
Thank you, one and all.
Thank you everyone.